What's up, everyone? My name is Brandon,
I'm Ryan.
and this is Brandon and Ryan Game Talk. This is our weekly live Twitch show where we talk gaming news, what we've been playing, and kind of whatever else we tangent into, because that's how we roll. So we
It's
post
bound to happen.
every day, every Sunday, 10 a.m. we start, and then post it on YouTube at the later that day and send links and everything. So yeah, you want to just get right into the news? You got any pre-news news? Any housekeeping you need to do?
Um, I don't think so. I think it's we can just jump right into it. I mean, yeah, do it up. You probably have more than me, because for me, I seem to find like everything I saw was just rumors, which I kind of
Yeah.
mentioned to you. I'm like not partial to reading too many of
I did
those
pull
kinds of
one
articles,
rumor
but
article because I saw it in multiple places. It's usually the only time I get into it. But that's at the end. That's at the end of the news because it's not really news because it's a rumor.
exactly. So, but
Um,
yeah, let's jump into it. What do you got?
all right, first article is just MPD numbers because end of the month, MPD numbers for the last month come out. So March MPD, that's video game sales. I pulled this one from Jeff Grubb at Adventure Beat. March wasn't a good month for anyone, but it was slightly less awful for people who sell video games. So, as you probably assumed, Animal Crossing New Horizons sold like fucking crazy. So,
Mm,
let me find the top 10. Yeah, so top 10 goes like this 1 to 10. I won't read the top 20. Animal Crossing New Horizons number 1, Call of Duty Modern Warfare number 2, MLB The Show 20, number 3, Resident Evil 4, number 4, Resident Evil 3, number 4, sorry. NBA 2K20 number 5, Doom Eternal number 6, Persona 5 Royale number 7, GTA 5 number 8, which is insane because that game's been out for so long, but it sells like fucking crazy still.
yeah,
Number 9, Borderlands 3, and 10, Mario Kart Deluxe. On
damn,
the
still.
Switch, I think there were some specific actual sales numbers for Animal Crossing. It sold a shit ton, which is
Yeah,
great.
like,
And it was only out
yeah,
for half
no,
the month, because it came out mid March, right?
yeah. It was perfect timing. It's almost like
Mm-hmm.
Nintendo planned it. This whole
Right,
quarantine thing.
yeah. Right.
People can't go outside. Maybe if we just do a simulator, they can
Are you saying that
enjoy themselves.
Nintendo started COVID to pump up Animal Crossing sales?
I mean, stranger things have happened in this world.
That's true. See, I thought I had
No.
specific numbers for Animal Crossing, but maybe not.
That's awesome though. It surprises me that Mario Kart is still on the list.
And I think that's the
Um,
best-selling Switch game is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
yeah, which I mean makes sense, but it's been out long enough.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess I mean
It's a
that's
Wii U
when you I
game.
guess when you think about it, yeah, like when people even if you're not a gamer and like a family buys it, they're gonna
Mm-hmm.
have heard of Mario Kart. I guess it makes
That's what
sense,
I
but
think. It's like if anybody buys a Switch, like they're probably almost all buying Mario Kart because that's an easy one
right.
that you said people know you can hop in and play. Everybody loves Mario Kart, and Mario Kart 8 is fucking awesome. So makes
Yeah,
sense. I think it's the best Mario Kart out of all of them, but that's just my personal
I
opinion.
agree.
I like and have nostalgia for a lot of the other ones, but Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is fucking pristine. Same, the other big notes, Resident Evil 3 Remake on there, because that also came out in March, I think a week before Animal Crossing. That's a number 4. So it's selling good, not great,
Yeah.
considering it's
It's
been
one of
out.
those that I don't think everybody's into, like
And it's M rated,
Resident
so.
Evil. Yeah, so like Resident Evil doesn't always get the best rep in the gaming community,
Hmm.
depending upon the platform too. So for
Yeah, and it's still
whatever.
selling well. I think it was tracking about at what Resident Evil 2 Remake was, and that one sold really well for Capcom, so. And this one's apparently not as great as Resident Evil 2 Remake, so. Well, I don't know. Did we talk about the Resident Evil 3 Remake at all?
We touched on it last week, but I don't think there because I think we tangented off to like Resident Evil 4 and 5 remakes and potential
Okay.
this that, and the other thing. So I don't think we really got into.
I've heard it's a faithful remake, which is good and bad, because Resident Evil 3 isn't as good as Resident Evil 2 Remake, or Resident Evil 2 in general, so the remake is made like Resident Evil 3 was, so it's like good but not as good as 2, and so the remake is good but not as good as the remake of 2, which is faithful, I guess, right?
Yeah, legit. There's something to that.
Right. Alright, well, I don't have any more fun things to talk about for sales. um, we'll just tangent to Animal Crossing New Horizons update at a
Hell
Nature Day
yeah.
event, which this was on like Thursday, Wednesday. This all started.
I think it was Wednesday, the 22nd, which would have been
Okay. No, April
something.
23rd. This article tells me. So
Well, oops.
This is Adam Bankhurst at IGN. So yeah, there was April 2020 update for Animal Crossing. It runs, Nature Day specifically runs from the 23rd to May 4th. And then museum stuff started the day after, right?
Yes.
Because you said you did it on Friday and I didn't do it till yesterday. Or something. Something like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
I haven't
Friday.
done any shit for any of this stuff except
Get
for the
on
museum. I haven't done any
Just get on
shrubs. So I don't know. Are you doing shrubs?
I did a whole bunch, which I guess there's a lot of different ones. I didn't do, I didn't, craft them yet, but I bought like both colored azaleas that I have and both colored olive tree thing.
Okay.
But like Ashley had 4 different ones than even I had. So I'm excited to see.
Okay. Yeah, and when I went
You
to
know.
sell turnips by Cody, I bought some of his seeds because Dylan told me they were different. Ooh, maybe you can answer this question, Ryan, since you're new to Animal Crossing. Oh yeah, Benny asks, as a person who doesn't know what Animal Crossing is about, what is the appeal of the game? You never played it before this one.
I didn't know what Animal Crossing was about either. So that's a great question. Okay. So when we'll backtrack slightly about my preconceived notions of the game before I even played it. I was like, I just pictured it as a kid's game. I was like, Animal Crossing sounds like something little kids would play. Like, oh, here, leave mommy alone for an hour kind of thing. It's I don't want to say a simulator because it's not like The Sims per
like
se. That's a little more.
It's not as hardcore.
Yeah, it's definitely just it's more meditative and relaxing. It's kind of like your own personal Zen garden, I guess, is almost how I'd put it.
Because it is relaxing, but you can fucking hunker down and do shit if you want.
Yeah, like you're not getting a job, you're not raising a family, you're not trying to do any of this or compete with people. You're literally just growing fruit trees and flowers and making it look beautiful. And like
talking to your townspeople who are cool.
Yeah, like Eugene's a fucking boss, man.
Yeah,
I it's just yeah, it's legit. It's like a little stress relieving.
It's just kind of
gardening game. I don't know.
Relaxing life. It's not simulator, but it's kind of
it's tough not to call it that.
It's kind of like a relaxing island simulator where you build up your town, you take loans out to do things to the town, like build bridges. There's a museum, you collect fossils every day. You try to increase your town rating and decorate your house because there's also people who come and look at your house, and then you get more shit if you have a higher house rating. But it's very chill. Like, you don't have to do any of this if you don't want to. You can just fucking live in your tent right away and just talk to your people and like fish. You don't have to do any of that stuff.
Yeah, it's awesome. Also,
if you want to do it.
I will say, the community, the Animal Crossing community, is my favorite thing about the game.
This is
like the real life people.
You're wondering. Ryan has this villager and he's cool as shit.
He's so cool. I just tried to talk to him this morning. I walked up to him, and I initiated conversation, and he just straight up was like, "Sorry, I'm on break," and walked away from me. Like, bitch, you don't even have a job. What the fuck?
He's
what are you doing?
Cool. My coolest villager is Bob the Cat, who I got from an old amiibo card, because you can bring people in if you have amiibos from old Animal Crossing games. And this is Bob the Cat, and he's cool as shit.
He's legit.
I did just get Vic, who looks like a Viking, because one of my villagers left,
nice.
So I went island hunting for cooler guys. My biggest, my introduction to Animal Crossing was with the first one, which the first one in the US was GameCube, which originally, so this is Vic the Viking, if you're wondering. He's pretty badass so far. He's only been on my island for like 2 days. But I was babysitting my cousin, and she had it for GameCube, and I was watching her play it, and I'm like, is this all you do? Like, she's just walking around and like shaking trees, and then like occasionally furniture would come out, and then she'd sell fruit. And I'm like, what the fuck? This is stupid. And she's like, oh, it's so good. And I didn't believe her. And then I played it once because I was there the whole week, so I'm like, okay, she likes it, whatever, I'll play. And then I was like, I don't know what it is, but I love this. Like, I was instantly hooked, and I was like, holy shit. I didn't really play one hard until New Leaf on the 3DS.
See, and then I remember like you guys talking about it, and like.
Is that better? Are the levels better? Ryan, talk.
Okay, I'll talk. I mean, I'm really good at that.
I adjusted our mics because apparently you were loud and I was quiet. So we'll see
Yeah,
if that's better. Wait, hold on.
I'm following.
Is this... And now I might be too loud. I don't know. Let us know.
You know.
Ryan, up a little bit. All right,
Thanks,
you
man.
keep talking, Ryan.
I will absolutely keep.
What are you buying turnips at?
Oh, fudge. God damn it, Brandon. I'm just still collecting fruit. You get in the zone, man. You just get in the zone, you wander around.
Do you even need to collect fruit still, though?
No, I mean, I have several million bells. Did I tell you?
Also, you didn't come and buy the crown yesterday. Sweet, thank you. But I have the crown.
Somebody wrote about saving money, saving your bells. In case anybody's wondering, the Animal Crossing currency is bells.
Oh, yeah.
And they referred to somebody who has a billion as a billionaire, and that's my new goal.
Yeah, I've seen that.
That's it. I read it and I was like, that's it. That's what I have to become.
I don't have
and
that
then
much
I can
anymore.
die happy.
I'm like just under 2 million. I'm like poor in terms of all our friends playing Animal Crossing.
What? I only have 12 and a quarter.
See, that's nuts. I was at like 4-ish, and then I did some projects, and then I bought the crown. There's this dope-ass crown, and it's 1.2 million bells, and I was like, I'm fucking buying it, because who the hell knows when this is going to be in the shop again.
I needed it. I can't believe I forgot. I was kind of having a shit day.
Yeah, I mean, I was funky yesterday, too, so I get it.
But yeah, now that we completely went off topic,
well, we stayed with Animal Crossing.
I was gonna say one more thing. Like, I actually, everybody talked about Animal Crossing, New Horizons before it came out. Like, you guys were all hyping it up, and I bought it right off the bat when it came out. Like, pre-ordered it fully.
Because I was like, you're gonna like it, and because you weren't sure, and I was like, you will.
It was like pre-quarantine everything also, you know, like prepare, like buying the game, I was already set, and it just worked out with this safer at home stuff. But
right, yeah,
I would love the game no matter what. It's very, I recommend it to anybody who has a Switch. Something to play, or stressed out and depressed because of the world these days.
And it's something that you can play for 10 hours a day or like 30 minutes a day. You can just hop in, talk to your villagers, get some fossils, and then go if you want. You can hop in and just do some fishing. There's stuff to do if you want to do it. First few days are a little slow because the game does go by real-time days, and your town develops at that rate. But once you get through the first few days, you'll have a shop, and you'll have the museum will be open, and then you can do pretty much everything.
And I didn't quite finish what I was saying a few minutes ago about the Animal Crossing community in real life. It's fantastic. It brought our friend group together, and then friends of friends. Like, I see
we have a big group
Sarah from Colorado, like, is inviting my coworkers over to her island to like do stuff and sell stuff, and like our personnel lead is now in our group because him and his wife play, and they needed somewhere to sell stuff, and I was like, just join us. Someone's always on, like.
Yeah, somebody will open up so you can go sell shit. Like, everyone's super cool, and like Sarah's making designs for people. Like, I was trying to think of something because I need a flag, and I'm like, I don't even know what to tell her to make. I did find some, so like there are nerdy communities obviously in general, and then they all are playing Animal Crossing. So like the Adventure Zone, which is a weird, I'm actually wearing an Adventure Zone t-shirt, not planned. There's an Adventure Zone podcast, which is a D&D podcast I listen to, and the Bureau of Balance, and then they do different story arcs over the years they've done it, and there's some cool symbolization, and there's some flags for that and stuff. So Animal Crossing's been on everything. Well, mainline Animal Crossing, where it's the town style simulator, is GameCube. They ported the GameCube one to the regular DS with some added features, and then New Leaf was a whole new entry on the 3DS, and that's the one that I played really hard and constant. There was one on the Wii, but it wasn't an OG one.
Pocket Camp?
Yeah, we don't talk about Pocket Camp.
Oh, okay.
And then there was one on the Wii U, but it was like Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer. No, that was a different one to the 3DS. But those weren't your traditional Animal Crossing. The one on the Wii U was like a board game, and you didn't do that much, and it was stupid. So I never got it, but I did buy some amiibo cards from it, and I almost sold them a few years ago, but Freak Toys wouldn't buy them. And I was like, these are useless. Maybe they're worth something. And now I still have them, and you can actually use them, so I'm glad they didn't buy them.
Long story short, not a kid's game. A child could definitely not successfully play this game. And I've only had it for, what, did you say March 20th it came out? And I've put like
Yeah, I was
250
like, what
hours
are your
into
hours?
it.
I think I'm like just over 100. I haven't been playing as
It's
much
wild.
since Final Fantasy came out. I haven't been playing as much.
So, yeah, all right.
It's good stuff.
I could go on and on about Animal
Yeah.
Crossing, so we should probably just change the topic.
Okay. Next big article from this week, I guess big is relative. The Xbox Series X logo
hmm
popped up online. It looks
Woo.
fine. I don't know. Considering the
Eh,
PS5 logo is a P, an S, and a 5. This is
I
Tom
know.
Phillips, the news editor at Eurogamer. I like it. I don't know. I wish there was more color to it, but I've read some comments and some observations about it, and because the rumor is Xbox is going to have Series X is they're going to be their beefy machine, and they're going to have like a cheaper option. So one of the things people were saying was that this would be just like a logo on a box to label it as a Series X, and then a Series S would be the smaller option or whatever. And like it works for that, I
Yeah.
think. And like this could be a logo in
Yeah.
the corner of a game box that says like Series X, Series S, and then all that shit, but not its main selling logo.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
You're right.
because to me, I don't think. I mean, it's fine, but it doesn't like. I think
Just
it'll.
like one small
Right.
update for the generation rather than
I'm thinking it'll be more
completely
basic,
refacing it.
honestly, like PS5 is. I think it'll because their whole line is just Xbox, and they've said that. So I think that's what they'll be. Their main advertising, spiel will be Xbox,
Yeah.
and then these will be logos to separate the consoles and that kind of thing. Yeah, don't fix what isn't broken. Exactly. PS5, baby. All right. Speaking of PS5, this is
Yes.
rumor-ish. This is from DualShockers. I do not see an author on this article. Why would they not put their name? Oh, here we go. Logan Moore. DualShockers. I guess we don't need to show this article. We can show our faces. So the rumor was, well, reportedly the event was to be planned in May, but that probably changed. So I don't know. I mean, I hope it's in May. But
That would,
yeah. What is this?
if I
think that's all it really
suddenly
says.
like disappear from the screen or you hear screaming, it's because I'm using an exercise ball as a chair, and I'm not sure if I inflated it properly. So
That's supposed to be good for
bear
your
with me.
posture, I've heard, if you use that as a chair.
Yes. Which I've always prided myself in my posture, but it's also like they say for your legs and your core and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a light extra, but
It
it's
depends on. In my recliner, my posture is not great, but otherwise, when I'm walking around, it's pretty good usually.
But yeah, so if I just all of a sudden disappear from the screen, that's probably why it popped.
It just you disappear and I hear a crash.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry. I'm resilient.
Yeah, so PS5 event maybe in May. It also
That would be awesome.
Phil Spencer kind of teased an Xbox.
Didn't they
event.
talk about having a PlayStation whatever in like the end of February, and then like I think it just got pushed aside, like just never talked about?
No, because that's when they did the
Their little
tech one that
nerdy
pissed people
talk,
off.
yeah, the deep, the in-depth, yeah, which I guess that
Okay, so yeah, this is. I forgot to pull this, but I found it now. Well, let's try to play an article, which is not working. But yeah, somebody tweeted at Phil Spencer, head of Xbox. What did he say? How
Saw
are you
that.
feeling about eventual reveals of new games and new info on the Series X later this year? How is planning going? There are definitely a lot of hungry fans out there. So then Phil Spencer responded, which Phil Spencer's really fucking cool if you don't like follow Xbox and the Xbox zeitgeist. They brought him in a couple years after the Xbox One launched, and to not great success. He's helped turn things around and focus it more on games, which is what everybody wants. And he said, reviewed plans yesterday for continued sharing through launch. Team is doing great work in adapting. I've never been more excited about Xbox plans. We've heard you. You want transparency/authenticity. We plan to keep showing that way. Next stop is not too much of a wait. Games.
And
So I
then
don't know if he's going to
yeah,
show off
he
more
put
games.
games in parentheses.
So I don't know if they're going to show more games running on the console and exclusive games, which they won't be exclusive to just the Series X, because their first-party exclusives are going to be on the current line of Xboxes for at least 2 years. So, but still, new games, cool.
Yep.
I want to play
legit,
Xbox
super
exclusives, which is sweet.
Yes. Side note, just real quick, Eugene, my little koala, just ran up to me in Animal Crossing and gave me a gift, and he goes, "Spoiler alert! It's my dirty old mug." And that's it. He gave me his dirty
He
old
gave you a
coffee mug
mug?
as a gift. What a dick.
Why would he give you that?
I don't know what a son of a bitch. Anyways, yeah, I did see that a little like somebody wrote about that tweet and that exchange, and
Mhm.
that would be nice because I think part of it is people are getting a little misconstrued about the Xbox not having like exclusives or not doing new
Mhm.
games right away, and I think people are getting ahead of themselves. Like Xbox is just not doing anything, which that's not like at all
Right, that's not true. I mean,
true. Like
they've
the
just been
developers are still gonna make cross-platform games that come
right.
out on all the consoles.
And like they're gonna have Halo, which is gonna be big. Granted, that's gonna be to pull in new Xbox players because I think people like you and me, like you have a Series X even, or not a Series X. You have a see the naming scheme.
That
sucks
would be
shit.
awesome.
You have a Xbox One X, and you can play Halo on that, and I can play Halo on my One S. So it's like
Right.
I want to try Halo, but I don't need to buy a Series X for it. I mean, I could even play it on my computer, I think.
Yeah. So it's like there's no rush.
But
And then
it's going to try to pull people in who don't have an Xbox yet, right? That's got to be their marketing for that. And
Yeah.
to try and get people in that ecosystem, subscribe to Game Pass, eventually upgrade to a Series X. So, but I don't like that they have to then develop for the least common denominator, like a Series S. I have the lowest Xbox besides a launch one. And so they
I don't know.
can't super pump into the new hardware like they want to. Or like I want them to, not that they want to. But we'll see.
I think at the end of the day, like they know what they're doing,
Oh yeah.
and it's gonna work out for everyone. I think it just is. I just think that there's more to it. And we just don't know it.
Yeah. So
So.
it's exciting that he's teasing more games, like
Yes.
Microsoft first party games is my guess, because I want some new IPs from Microsoft. Because Halo's great. I like Gears of War a lot. I know you were mixed on Gears 5, which is the only one you've played. I still haven't
Yeah.
finished Gears 5. I might go back. I'll probably go back.
I
and finish it.
downloaded the other ones from Pass.
Gears 4 is really good. Gears 1 is really good. I never finished 2 or 3.
I played 1 and 2. I think we've talked about this
Mhm.
back whenever I played 5. I played 1 and 2 with my brother
Okay.
when they came out, but
Yeah.
nothing to the point where I was like, man, I can't wait for more. I want more, but
Yeah, that was always like I bought my Xbox One for Gears 4 because I was like, fuck, I didn't buy it for Halo because it's like I like Halo, but honestly, I haven't played or finished a Halo since Halo 2. I think I might have played Halo 3 with the bitch on his Xbox 360 because I didn't have a 360, and then that's it. I know people like Halo
Yeah.
Reach a lot. If people liked Halo 4, which is the first non-Bungie one, but
I don't know,
people
they
did not
never,
like Halo
like-
5.
Halo was fun. It really was, but
Mhm.
again, it wasn't one of those that like sucked me in where I had to keep playing.
Yeah, whereas Gears, I don't know. Gears was fun solo, and it's also even more fun co-op. I liked Gears 4 a lot. I've played through that one. Played it through by myself, and then one of my friends didn't have an Xbox. And we played through it together co-op. He just came over a few nights one week, and we just crushed it.
It's interesting. Let me get whatever you want to call it, philosophical for a minute. How
Yeah.
I can play Borderlands 1 and then be completely obsessed with the entire line of games
Yeah.
forever,
I think
and then play all these other games and never have that attachment with anything.
it's a weird
what I
because
mean?
like there are specific games like that are a specific beast, whereas like Borderlands, the story and the characters are funny and goofy, and I love that style, and the gameplay is just addicting. Like I love role-playing games where I can level up and get stronger and shit like that, and it's like action games aren't like that as far as the gameplay loops go, but then there are ones obviously like Uncharted or like The Last of Us where the stories do hook you and the characters hook you more just with the story, and yeah, the gameplay is fun, but it doesn't have that level up loop.
Yeah,
I don't know, it's weird, at least for me, because it's like some of them do, but like Gears, I like the story, but it's not, making me crave
Doesn't
it
suck
and come
you
back
in.
for more. Yeah.
right.
Yeah, it's weird. That's why there's different game genres, right?
Fuck yeah.
All right, this is a more negative article. This shouldn't affect either me or you. I mean, it may have affected me, but it's not a problem
Uh-oh.
anymore. This is a Nintendo hack. Did you hear about that?
Vaguely.
Okay, so this
Which
is from...
one? I guess.
This wouldn't affect you because they found the issue. This is from Joe Scrubble's IGN. So Nintendo didn't acknowledge it for a few days, which was pissing people off. So people have been accessing Nintendo accounts, and the problem was due to Nintendo Network ID login method, which is an old way Nintendo did accounts back on Wii U and 3DS. So with the Switch, it's completely different. It's I think it's still your Nintendo account, but the login is different than the Nintendo Network ID. So you would have never made a Nintendo Network ID. I would have made one in the past for my 3DS or Wii U, but I didn't have any active payment information. The most they would have got from me was an email, and what the fuck ever, I don't care. So they just completely shut off. Like, you can't use Nintendo Network IDs anymore. They just cut it off. So it's like 160,000 IDs have been affected, which is a lot.
Yeah, I do remember.
And if people still had active payment info on their 3DS, or I don't even know if the Wii U can connect to the internet anymore, but 3DS could, so that could have fucked some people. So they forced password resets and then also kind of shut them down. The problem was people who use the same password for both their Nintendo Network ID and Nintendo account is where the issue was coming of unauthorized payments and shit. But it's fine. That doesn't affect me or you. If you're still using a Nintendo Network ID, check your shit.
Yeah, look into that. Better safe than sorry.
Yeah. All right, next story. We're getting into a couple stories I have. Well, about Borderlands 3. So some Borderlands 3 DLC, free DLC hit this week. Revenge of the Cartels event starts this week. This is Jordan Rame at GameSpot. So following Guns, Love, and Tentacles, which I still haven't played, which you played and loved, me and Khalid are going to play some more Borderlands today. They're getting another seasonal event. So Revenge of the Cartel is free, providing a limited time opportunity to earn loot and rewards. It began Friday, launching alongside Mayhem 2.0, which we'll get into in a second. And this runs through June 4th, so it's a longer event, which is nice. Revenge of the Cartels has a brand new area called Villa Ultraviolet. The new locale will introduce never-before-seen enemy types, limited-time challenges, and new legendary loot. However, you won't be able to immediately visit it. You'll need to complete a few side missions first.
Fuck.
Yeah, so Maurice will add a new repeatable quest on his job board on Sanctuary. Quest will send you to fight cartel operatives across multiple planets, defeat them, and you'll earn hideout coordinates. And if you collect enough, then you can go there, which is home to the crime boss, Joey Ultraviolet. It adds limited time in-game challenges, 18 in total. Completing them will net you exclusive rewards. Let's see what the rewards are. 3 challenges. Vec for graphics echo skin. I don't care about echo skins. 6 challenges. Retro outrunner weapon trinket. Maybe cool. 10 challenges. Framed firewall room decoration. That sounds cool. 14 challenges. Hotline Pandora Vault Hunter head. And 18 is death by Filigree's Vault Hunter skin. So the heads and the skin is what I would want. Which they know that, which is why it's the most challenges.
Yeah, pretty much.
So are you going to try this event? Does this do anything for you? I haven't done any of the seasonal events. I played the Halloween one for like a day and didn't do any more of it. I know Kool-Aid played the shit out of it, I think, and so did you.
Yes. I didn't finish everything for the Halloween one, but I did do a majority of it. It just kind of got a little repetitive, the Halloween one, which I'm hoping they're learning from and, making things a little different. I don't think I did the Valentine's one.
Yeah, I didn't do, well, I just said I didn't do any of them, so.
Yeah.
They have those Molly 1 takedowns, which I think you still can do. Those aren't seasonal.
Yeah, that's
they are
the
optional.
only, side mission that I have is the Molly 1 thing.
Valentine's one was great.
Else.
According to Kool-Aid. He never played the Halloween one. Oh, I don't think he had Borderlands yet when the Halloween one was going on. Maybe?
The Halloween one was cool. It was...
Is that with the ghosts?
For
the ghost skulls? Right?
Yeah. Yeah. And then that's actually... So why these new ones, the seasonal ones, why you can toggle it on and off...
Oh, yeah, because that pissed people off.
Because of the Halloween one. It was fucking annoying. And I think that's why I gave up, because it was everything all the time, constantly. Like, you couldn't get away from the event.
So what it was enemies were possessed, right? And then when you killed them, a ghost skull came out of them or something? Is that what it was?
Yeah, there was a couple things like that. And then you couldn't collect ectoplasm, just do on a loop. But it is nice that they changed it to turn
until Christmas,
these events.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited for this one. It sounds a little less... seasonal specific. It's not like Halloween, Valentine's. It's like it's and like new enemies. Like it's
Bunny
just cool.
Day.
Um,
Yeah.
fuck. Um, I might jump into it today. Actually, I completely forgot. And dabble. That would.
Nice. Yeah, we're gonna hit up some more of the first DLC today. So, other big thing, this hit Mayhem 2.0, which I'm excited to see how that works. This will kind of give you an idea if you haven't read into the details. So, it changes the endgame a little bit. Before, there were only 4 Mayhem options, like Mayhem 1, 2, 3, 4. Now there's 10, but they're changing the way that they did it. Oh yeah, Benny is saying you should join us in our DLC if you're feeling up for it.
I mean, we could party chat, but I'm probably gonna do Revenge of the Cartel.
Son of a bitch. No, it's fine.
I know.
All
I'll
right,
be that dick.
This is from Brett McDonsky at Destructoid. So yeah, endgame's about to get very hard. Mayhem 2.0 is coming very soon, which it came on Friday. So yeah, there's going to be 4 difficulty modifiers. So there's easy modifier, medium modifiers, hard modifiers, and very hard modifiers. And each Mayhem level changes up how many of each you get. So I found this chart, which is actually super useful to kind of give you an idea. They haven't said what all the modifiers are going to be yet, so I'll kind of give you an idea. And it never lets you pick because it's random. So some are beneficial. All the easy ones are beneficial. So an example of an easy one is Galaxy Brain, which increases the size of enemies' heads. Other things change the pace of play, like a medium modifier floor is lava, which forms pools of lava under your feet when you stand still. So it forces you to move. One constant is we'll always have the same number of modifiers and corresponding difficulty ratings. I'm trying to think. Other easy modifiers, Big Kick Energy increases weapon damage but also ups recoils and spread. A hard modifier, Drone Ranger, gives enemies healing drones, which sucks. Gearbox says that it's leaving the rest for players to find themselves, which includes all the toughest ones. Very hard modifiers kick in at Mayhem 8, where the enemies are already tough to bring down on their own. So I'll bring up the chart in a second. Also, on Mayhem 6 or higher, there are 8 exclusive legendary weapons you can get in those tiers. And before that, they don't drop. But it also says damage will increase with the guns you find as you go up Mayhem, so you will be getting better guns and be able to, kill shit. So this is the chart that is very useful. So I don't know if you have the stream up and can see this, but so it shows you Mayhem 1, it just adds 1 easy modifier, and that's it. Mayhem 2 adds 1 easy, 1 medium modifier. Mayhem 3, 1 easy, 1 medium, 2 medium. So 1 medium, 1 medium. Mayhem 4 is 1 easy and 1 hard. Mayhem 5, 1 easy, 1 medium, 1 hard. Mayhem 6, 1 easy, 2 mediums, 1 hard. So it kind of skews it max has 4 modifiers on it once. One is always easy, and then the other one's very. So Mayhem 8 is 1 easy and 1 very hard.
It sounds legit.
It sounds cooler, and it sounds easier to wrap your head around than the older Mayhem ones. It reminds me of Paragon a little bit. Not Paragon. What the fuck are the difficulties in Diablo 3? They're not called Paragons.
You've played far more than I have.
I don't remember what the difficulties are. Well, we don't need to bring this up. Diablo 3 difficulty levels. They might just be Torment. That's it. They remind me of the Torment difficulties because it's Torment 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it ups your XP, but also ups enemy damage and health and shit like that.
I just want to play Diablo now. I was doing something in my room earlier this morning, and I saw my Loot Goblin amiibo, and I was like, man, I really just want to play Diablo.
You play it on your PS4, man.
I know, or my Xbox, because now that I busted out my Elite controller because somebody shamed me.
Yeah, you weren't using it, man. The controller's amazing. I don't have one because it's too expensive, but and I don't play my Xbox enough.
I know, it's so expensive.
Something's on Game Pass now that I want. Yeah.
No, but I did. I busted out, and I'm glad. And I actually, so for some reason, here we go on a tangent real quick.
That's fine.
Never used the paddles.
I've heard they're really nice because you can buy paddle attachments for PS4 controllers now too.
Yeah, and so now just I'm randomly like I'm just gifted with them randomly. Like the first how many months this Xbox I couldn't use the paddles, and now I just like whip it out and I'm good to go. And it's awesome. It really is fucking nice. Like sliding and everything is so much quicker and like
Mm-hmm.
smoother. Being able to do those little things and reloading.
I've heard it's yeah good for like reloading and jumping and stuff, so you don't have to take your thumbs off the sticks. So you can just
Game
do all
changer.
that shit with
Pun intended.
still being able to shoot and everything. Yeah. So I hope the next gen consoles have paddles. Well, you can use Elite controllers with the Series X, but I'm hoping you can get something for PS5 as well.
Like a base
Because they
controller hat
released
starting
paddle
with that.
attachments for PS4 controllers that you could buy, but they've been sold out like fucking crazy, I guess. So people love them. So clearly
Yeah.
there's a market for it. And I've heard Doom is a really good one for it because Doom is such a fast-paced shooter that you just
Yeah.
put like your jump and your dash on the paddles as opposed to having jump on X and like I don't know what dash is because I haven't played Doom Eternal, but you can just do all that shit and you never have to move your thumbs. You're constantly moving and shooting, which is awesome. Which is a great idea.
Fuck yeah.
Well, I'm glad you finally using your Elite controller to its full potential.
I know. I was like, you know what? He may be talking shit, but he's right. I should probably fucking use it.
Well, and then yeah, Game Pass. I have a lot of plans for once I finish Final Fantasy for games that I want to play. I guess Nier Automata is on Game Pass now, which I've never played. It was this action game that came out a couple years ago. It's apparently fantastic.
Yeah. I
Um,
have it somewhere.
do you?
I have.
Did you
I
buy
think
it?
it's. I yeah.
Hmm.
I have it on one of them. I have too many things going on, but I have it. I remember it was cheap at one point.
Okay, I've almost bought it a couple times too. But yeah, it's on Game Pass now. Also, Red Dead Redemption 2 is on Game Pass. So if you were ever curious about
Damn.
that, try that out. They took
Oh
GTA
man,
5
that's a
off
lot of time.
and put on Red Dead 2. Yeah. Man, Red Dead 2 is great though. It's too slow for some people, so I don't know if you'll get into it, but I loved it. Amber's playing it right
Oh,
now. Kool-Aid's fiance.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. Um, good to know. Well, we'll talk about what we're playing.
All right. How do you feel about Death Stranding on PC getting delayed?
Oh, I don't
It
know.
didn't
It's
get
PC,
delayed by
so
that much. Yeah. Jordan Alleman, IGN, Kojima Productions just tweeted this out. So they delayed it to July 14th. I honestly don't know what it was. June 2nd. So it got delayed a little over a month. Amber loves Red Dead 2. See? Red Dead 2 is great. Also, whenever people abbreviate Red Dead Redemption 2, I just always think they said R2D2 wrong because it's RDR2. And I'm like, wait, what? I just assume it's R2D2. But yeah, Death Stranding got delayed, so if anyone was interested in that on PC, you gotta wait another month-ish. I know Kojima Productions sent everybody home a few weeks ago because of COVID, because somebody in the office had it.
hmm,
Did you see
great.
this about GameStop reopening? GameStop plans to reopen stores, cut exec salaries. This is Adam Banker's
Oh,
IGN.
did. Yeah, and
Yeah.
probably make your employees more miserable because what
Right.
else are they gonna cut?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you're actually cutting the salaries of your executives, what are you gonna do to the little people, out in the real world?
Right, because what, like a third of their stores? Well, here, I'll just read this. So GameStop CEO George Sherman stated that since we closed our stores to the public on March 22nd through omni-channel fulfillment, we have retained over 90% of our planned sales volumes in the two-thirds of our stores that are conducting curbside operations. So apparently they're still getting decent sales through just curbside pickup, but not all their stores are open for that. So Sherman, that CEO, is taking a temporary base salary reduction of 50%, while CFO and the rest of the leadership are taking a 30% cut. Board of directors are also seeing reduced cash compensation to directors by 50%. Certain other employees will see their pay temporarily reduced 10 to 30%. Now, GameStop, as previously mentioned, shut down one-third of their stores. The others adopting curbside pickup model. I just think GameStop's a shitty company. So like,
Yeah, like they have such a bad rep. Um, and I just think that they need to throw in the towel, throw in the towel.
and they're
Um,
trying to make it to the console launch, I think, because that's gonna keep them
yeah,
alive for a little bit longer.
for another year, because
Yeah, probably.
I don't know.
They
I don't
currently
know.
operate. They still have a ton of stores out there, around 5,500 stores across 14 countries.
Damn.
As of April 4th, has 772 million in total cash and liquidity. In March 2020, it announced its plan to close 300 of those stores, which still over 5,000 stores then. Like, that's crazy. And then with next-gen
Yeah.
console launch, that'll bump them up for sure. I don't plan on getting my console at GameStop, but that's where I got my PS4. That's where Kool-Aid got his PS4. That was an impromptu. I got him to buy a PS4 on launch day. I had reserved mine, and then they had 2 left, and 2 of the people backed out or something like that. And I was like, hey, dude, if you want one, you just got to come. They'll hold it for you. And then he's like, fuck you, Brandon. And then he showed up.
Yes. Yes. And it's a great decision, wasn't it?
Right, yeah. He loves it.
That's what's up.
I do still want the GameStops to do their transition to, like, the Hangout model, which they're trying to do. But there's so many stores, and that's so much money to invest. Yeah, see, he remembers.
Yeah.
That's when we both worked at Vinny's.
Yes.
Man, fuck that place. Anyways.
Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully they figure it out. It is nice to have a company like that, a gaming company.
Like most retailers, I wish they treated their employees better, but
right. I feel like I do most of my game shopping, like whether it's collectibles or video games, console accessories, through Amazon. It's just the pricing is usually better, and the reviews and like they
I'll do
carry
Amazon. I only ever do Amazon now, usually for like collector's editions. So like I got the deluxe edition of Final Fantasy VII Remake with the dope Sephiroth steelbook and stuff.
Yeah.
I did that through Amazon, but I usually just buy digitally, unless it's something that I want to maybe borrow to somebody. So it's like I'm excited that I actually have a physical copy of Final Fantasy VII, so I can lend it to you or lend it to Gary or whatever, like Star Wars, because you have my copy of Star Wars still, which that one I got for Christmas. But it's usually I want to play it at like midnight, or it's something like Animal Crossing that I'm going to play every day. And I'm just lazy, and I don't want to pop cartridges in and out. Or discs in and out.
No, I get that. That's
and
legit.
I like it for easier backwards compatibleness too. Like the PS5 is going to play all PS4 games, so if I own it digitally, just sign in and go download them, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Because I don't sell games anymore, really.
No, I have my collection is so small, and it's because I've also like digital's better, unless I like want to see it like a collectible kind of thing.
Like I'll be getting The Last of Us 2 Deluxe Edition as well, which comes with a cool case and some extra shit. It was like $80.
It's not bad.
Yeah, I don't buy super expensive ones anymore. They have to be really fucking cool. But usually when they're really fucking cool, they're more expensive than I want to pay. Like I've paid.
I mean, I'll spend $100 or $120.
That's the thing. It's like I think I've spent like $150 on collector's editions before, but in the case of Final Fantasy VII Remake, that collector's edition was $300, and I'm like, it's cool as shit, but man, I cannot justify
There's
that.
a limit.
Same with, I do wish I would have bought either the God of War or the Spider-Man collector's editions, though, which I think were under $200.
Yeah, the God of War.
But the God of War one with the Kratos and Atreus statue, and then the Spider-Man one, which, there's spoilers. There were spoilers in the statue, so they didn't show you what it was. And I was like, fuck. I know what it is. I'm not going to say what it is because I think Kool-Aid has Spider-Man and he hasn't gotten to what it is. But it's cool as shit. And I wish I would have bought it because it wasn't that much. I want to say it was like $120 or something. And I was like, fuck.
Talking about these collectors, I'm going to start a little savings jar to prepare for a Horizon Zero Dawn sequel collector's edition because that's going to be banging.
Yeah, because they even did one for the first Horizon, didn't they?
Yeah.
So this is the God of War collector's edition. I'll show some people. So yeah, it's got this cool Kratos and Atreus statue. It's cool as shit. I wish I would have bought it.
It was. Fuck.
Damn.
I bought the Morrowind one with the big Dwemer.
Which you pretty much got for free, right?
Stuff. It's about.
Because wasn't your statue kind of broken, but you fixed it?
Yes. But yeah, so I got that collector's and it's cool as shit. And then the Elix, the game.
Oh yeah.
Collector's edition, but that was cheap because that was marked down.
Because I haven't done it in forever, but I used to look up collector's editions to see if they would be cheap. Because sometimes they go on sale if they don't all sell. So this is the Horizon one with Aloy and like a cool steelbook, which is cool as shit. It's also showing, I think, there was a Thunderjaw collector's edition, which comes with this.
The statue you got me is very similar to that. Oh, the Thunderjaw is so badass.
It's so fucking cool, man. Horizon's amazing.
God damn. Yeah, I know.
Speaking of Horizon, that was an unintentional transition to the rumors of Horizon Zero Dawn 2, which
yes.
we all assume is going to be a PS5 launch title. But I guess it was originally planned to be for PlayStation 4 because they started development so early, like instantly after Horizon Zero Dawn came out. Fucking amazing Game of the Year contender. It was my Game of the Year that year. Unfortunately, it came out the same year as Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey, which Breath of the Wild won the majority of the Game of the Year awards. I liked Horizon Zero Dawn more. I love Breath of the Wild, but
yeah,
I need a little story, more story in my
depth.
open world,
a little more depth,
actiony games. Which Breath of the Wild story is pretty base layer, but it is amazing. Breath of the Wild's an amazing game. Nothing to take away from it. One of the best Zelda games out there, if not the best, according to some people. It's not my top Zelda game, but it is definitely at close to the top. But yeah, we all know Horizon Zero Dawn 2 is coming. Not officially announced, but we fucking know it's coming. But what does this specifically say? Oh, this is from Push Square. The sub-headline is Bigger Beasts, and I keep thinking it says Bigger Breasts. Anyways, this is by Stephen Calby at Push Square. Multiple sources. I saw this all over the internet, which is why I pulled the article. Usually I don't pull rumor stuff if it's not from a website that I've heard things from before, or if it's just one listing of it at all, but I saw this all over the place. So yeah, multiple sources have told the site the developer began work on Horizon 2 soon after the first game's successful release. Makes sense, because it was fucking amazing. They claim the sequel was planned for release on PS4, but development has entirely shifted to PlayStation 5, which makes sense and is good for the game, I think, and good for the PlayStation 5.
If it's a launch title, like, that's going to bring people away from buying an Xbox, I think, because whether you've played Horizon or all you've done is hear about it for years now because it's so good, I think it would be a drawing point for people.
Am I right? You are right. Don't listen to Dark Siren.
My one comment in the chat. Yeah, that's legit and exciting, and I'm man, I just want something solid. I want them to just announce it.
Whenever they do the PlayStation 5 actual reveal event, it's going to be there. Even if it's not a launch title, the game is going to be far enough along that it's going to be... Fuck, Horizon's so good. I had a point I was going to make, and I forgot what it was. Oh, because Horizon Zero Dawn is coming to PCs this summer, which is 100% to show people how awesome it is, and to get them to buy a PS5 to play Horizon sequel when it comes out. Like,
worth it.
It's amazing. Let's see. Game is gigantic in scope. These are rumors that I don't know how I believe. May even include co-op. That could be cool, but I don't know if I don't need co-op in it. I won't, like, if it's single player focused, love it. But I think more people, I guess I don't know Halo sales numbers compared to Horizon Zero Dawn, but I honestly think more people from an outside counsel's perspective would want to play a Horizon Zero Dawn single player narrative game versus like Halo Infinite. But I don't know how true that is, because Halo's more mainstream, but they haven't been great lately.
Yeah. Sorry, I got distracted reading my one news article again.
Oh.
Like, I just spaced. Yeah, sorry.
No, you're good. All right, the last thing that I have, this is more of a feel-good story again. This is from Dual Shockers. By their authors are listed in a weird position. Anyways, Ben Bayless, Dual Shockers. I did also see this on Reddit, I believe, is where I saw it first. Yeah, so a Reddit user gained a free game. So repaired PS4 Pro returned to owner with a gift from Sony. So basically he got a letter. I can show you guys. So yeah, thank you for continuing to support PlayStation, its products and services during the unprecedented and difficult times. As a token of our appreciation for your patronage, we are including a copy of MLB The Show 20 for you to enjoy. Also, this PlayStation user just was like, yeah, add me on PSN, and they put their PSN user there with it, which is cool as shit. And it wasn't a free repair because it was out of warranty, but so he had to pay to get his PlayStation fixed, which is normal.
Still, that's cool.
But yeah, this note with a free copy of the game and like add me on PSN so like he can chat with this dude. Also, to extend it, this guy doesn't really play sports games, so he just went and posted to Reddit to ship this game to somebody who would actually play it.
Yeah,
which is cool.
This is exactly what I was saying in our last week's episode about Microsoft focusing on their money and the bottom line, and Sony being about the gamers and the people. Like, that was my exact sentiment, was like, I feel like Sony does better when it comes to things like that Like, what a nice little surprise, whether it's one gamer or 1,000.
Right, and
It's
yeah,
just
like the
something
specific
they
small
do.
stuff I haven't seen Microsoft do. I know they have a good interaction, like with Phil Spencer and his stuff on Twitter we talked about, but I don't know how that extends to things like this. I'm not sure.
Like, actual.
Like tangible, like, hey, here's this
Yeah.
cool shit. Baseball's canceled, but you know, you
Yeah.
can play it.
Yep. Make your own season. It's all good.
Yeah, exactly. That's all I have for news. Do you have any news
Um,
to add?
I do. I remembered I actually had one article that I found earlier in the week. Um, it's by Jeremy Winslow. It's from GameSpot.com,
Okay.
and it's from April 16th. But it's about Ubisoft working on an esports movie. It
Oh,
sounds like it's going to be a comedy.
okay.
So it's the co-writers of Amy Schumer's movie, I Feel Pretty. The
Okay.
co-writers are working on this. It's about, there's no title yet. It's about senior citizens getting into esports, and I'm really
Ooh,
excited
I like
to see
that.
where this goes. Um, Apparently, going to be profiling a competitive esports team founded by and composed of gamers over the age of 6. Um,
That's
and so
amazing.
they're working on this untitled film, um, and I'm really excited to follow this. It's just one of those things.
Yeah. Are they
And
working with
then
the studio, or does Ubisoft have their own studio?
they're working with Abby Cohn and Mark Silverstein, who wrote and directed I Feel Pretty. So I don't
Okay.
know. It's it's Ubisoft Film and Television who did Assassin's Creed.
Okay, so they
Um,
do have their own division. I wasn't sure if they did.
and then like apparently Ghost Recon Wildlands had a live action adaptation on
Hmm.
things like that. So apparently
Okay.
there's some stuff, some legit, but
Yeah.
um, there's not much yet.
Well, and I know there's
Also,
a Division movie in the works that's been in the works for a couple
yeah,
years with Jake Gyllenhaal.
with Jake Gyllenhaal and
Yeah.
Jessica Chastain, which
Ooh.
her name, yeah, fuck
Yeah. I'm
yeah.
into that.
It's gonna go straight to Netflix, which is even better.
This
Um,
esports movie?
the Division
Oh shit!
movie.
Really?
Yeah,
Cool.
it's they touched on that in this article. So yeah, a couple things to keep an eye on. Pretty exciting. I think it's
That
gonna be
sounds
really cool.
cool. Yeah, and I heard
Yeah,
I don't know how involved Ubisoft was with that gaming show made with the main Always Sunny guy that they showed at E3 on their
Rob
stage.
McElhenney, yeah, said that
Yeah.
at the
And I heard
bottom
that
of
was
it too.
like good, not great, but still good, and I want to watch it, but it's on fucking Apple TV Plus. Who the fuck has that?
Ugh, mm,
So yeah,
nobody.
exactly. There's a new show, mini limited run series that's coming out on it too with Chris Evans that looks good, and I'm like, fuck.
Cool.
So maybe it'll be one of those do a free trial, binge all the shows, then cancel it because there's not a lot there.
Yeah.
Speaking of streaming stuff, I haven't watched. This is not video game related at all, but I want to watch that movie with Chris Hemsworth that just came out, produced by the Russos.
Extraction.
I heard it was
Just
good.
watched
Is it
it. I
good?
was actually gonna talk about it.
Okay,
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah.
I heard that action was amazing, and I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm into that.
Somebody mentioned it to me. I want to say it was Crystal at work, but she mentioned it because it was Chris Hemsworth, and
She's hot for him,
he's a
or
great
everybody's
actor,
hot for him.
and I'm hot for him. Anyways, I watched it middle of the day yesterday. Just kind of threw it on.
Okay, yeah, because it came out Friday.
Yeah, very good. It really was very good. I
Sweet.
thoroughly enjoyed there was like a minimal setting. Like it took place in this one location, and it's like a city place, but whatever.
Yeah.
But you could tell like it was there, and they did a great job with the whole movie.
Okay, cool.
And then there was like a meme posted where somebody put Chris Hemsworth's character and John Wick.
Yeah, I saw
like
that.
they're gonna fight, and
And I was like,
somebody had
sweet.
commented about like the combat and the choreography of the combat and the fighting in this movie Extraction.
Mhm.
They said was better than John Wick, and honestly, I don't want to say it was better, but there was less. It
But it's
looked
of like
less
that.
staged,
Okay.
like
But it's
than
got
John
like
Wick. So
high tier action like that, which I love.
yeah, so it was good. The gunplay, the gunfire was legit.
Sweet. Maybe I'll watch it
And
tonight,
yeah,
depending on what.
it was. I recommend
going
it.
on.
I'm impressed.
I'll watch it this week for sure. I was gonna watch it yesterday, and then I watched Back to the Future instead.
Nice.
Because I know we talked about it last week, and I've seen shit on Twitter. It's been on a lot of people's like perfect movie lists because everyone's talking about that shit because they're all cooped up. And I was like, man, I haven't watched it in forever. That's so.
I have the trilogy, and I also haven't watched it in
I have it on
20
Voodoo.
years.
Yeah, it's been so long since I've seen it.
So, but yeah, check it out. Extraction, Netflix. Watch it.
I'll have to check it out. Yeah, for sure.
So,
love Back to the Future. Yeah. Oh yeah, Benny. He said it was his favorite trilogy. He thinks maybe. I don't think it's mine, but what else? What have you been playing? Have you been playing anything besides Animal Crossing?
yes.
Confirm.
I dabbled in a top-down dungeon crawler on my
That
Xbox.
wasn't Diablo?
No, it's called Moonlighter, I think.
Oh yeah, that's the one where you make the shop, right?
Mate, I don't know. I didn't play long because I'm going along, and I'm like, they're like, do this, and you have to do this in each of the fucking rooms that I run into, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. So then all of a sudden, like, I run through this room, I break some jars, I go into the next room, and there's like 35 enemies that I have not been taught how to deal with. I have nothing, no weapons, and I'm like, something ain't right. I mean, it was like filled with enemies. The doors were blocked.
I think you're supposed to die, right?
No, I did like 3 times, and I was like, something ain't right. All I had was a broom. It wasn't doing anything.
Yeah, I know I've played that. I played it for a bit because it's on Game Pass, and because you own a shop, but then there's these mysterious ruins, and you go in and you fight and you get stuff, and then you sell it in the shop. So you have to adjust your own prices and gauge if the customer likes the price, so if it's a good price or if you can push it up. So you moonlight as a dungeon crawler to fund your shop, which is why it's called Moonlighter. It was really cool, but yeah, I didn't play it for more than a couple hours.
I tried to get into it, and then I got fed up, and I was like, all right. And I went to Journey to the Savage Planet, and I am
Is that
obsessed.
good? I saw that on Instagram.
Yes, I'm obsessed. It's very colorful.
Yeah, the game looks beautiful.
Yeah, it's very cool, and it's so I'm playing it, and like it's very mellow. It's kind of at your own pace. There's no like giant monsters creeping up like destroying you.
Okay.
I mean, you kill things, which is
like
awesome,
it's
but
the
you
first person
constantly
kind
kill
of
things.
shooter, right?
Yeah, and they spawn quickly, and like it's just satisfying to constantly be doing something. I guess you can constantly kill things.
Yeah, so there's not like just downtime of nothing.
It just and then like different levels, and I highly recommend it if you want something a little slower paced.
Yeah, it's on Game Pass, right?
Also, but also intriguing.
Post Final Fantasy, I'll be
exciting.
bouncing around a lot.
Yeah,
I'm getting
try it. Put it on your list.
Yeah.
Move it up a couple.
Yeah.
So, other than that, I did start Pokemon Sword this morning during my elliptical workout.
Oh, okay.
I hooked up my Switch to the TV downstairs, and I figured to hell with it. Other than that, no. Yeah, no. Nothing.
Yeah, I've just been...
And like, well, when I was doing like crunches and stuff on the floor, I had my Joy-Cons, and I was like still fucking going ham on Pokemon. Like,
I should do that because I'd be able to. Because I haven't been using the handholds when I use the elliptical as much anymore.
Yeah.
I might use them when I'm doing arm day, but I'm on the elliptical way less. But if it's not arm day, I'm on the elliptical for at least an hour. So it's like I could do some fucking town management in Animal Crossing.
Fuck yeah.
I should try that.
Yeah.
I've just been playing. It's been Animal Crossing for me, not a ton, and then Final Fantasy VII Remake and some Borderlands. But Final Fantasy VII Remake, oh, it's so fucking good. It is decently linear, which is fine. I wish there was a little more combat sometimes, but I know there is a like challenge arena, which I've dabbled in a little bit, and I know there's another one later because the combat's just so fun, and there are frequent encounters. But I want to have encounters constantly. Like, I like to grind up in JRPGs, and you can't really in this one. The encounters you get are what you get, and then you keep moving. But the story's so good, and, like, they're just fleshing out the characters so much. And, like, I already love these characters from the first game, and this is just, like, the first 25% of the game built up and expanded upon. So you're attaching to these characters more when I already have an attachment to them, and they're so well done. There's occasional corny voice acting lines, which matches up with some of the corniness from the original game, but like the personalities are still there and they're great, and like the voice acting is great, and like there's so many because the old game was just turn-based. So it's just I press attack, wait for my bar to fill, press attack again, and throw in different skills here and there while the other enemy also attacks you. But it's a third-person action game this time. And there are more boss battles, and the boss battles kick ass. Like, they're so well done, and you have to, like, exploit different weaknesses, and they're long fights. Like, a boss battle probably can take, like, 10 minutes at least.
Damn.
If not longer, if you're not hitting the weaknesses correctly and staggering them, because you want to stagger them to then do, like, almost twice the damage, if not more. And if you can get the stagger to line up with your limit break, which is this super strong, flashy attack that fucking kicks ass, it's just super satisfying. And a lot of the times it lines up well where I'll save it until it's close to staggering, because it takes a while to stagger bosses. And then I'll hit a limit break, and a lot of the times it'll kill him or almost kill him, and it's just satisfying to see that flashy attack where Cloud's swiping, and then shoving his sword in and going up and slamming down, and then it dies, and you just, it's so good. And that happens all the time. There's a lot of boss battles in this game. Sometimes I haven't died in a boss battle yet, but sometimes I'm not good at it, and I'm just constantly healing, like with the tank, which you played in the demo when I didn't know how to fight it, and neither did you, so you just constantly using potions and curing and stuff, which is, like, you can still get through it, but once you figure it out, it's really satisfying.
That's nice. It changes things up a bit. It's
yeah. So, man, I'm getting close.
Cool.
I'm getting close to the last part, I think, just from what I know in the story, to be the last part, so.
That's exciting.
It's great.
Yeah, I remember you texted me yesterday that it's still legit. Tugs on the heartstrings with some of the stuff.
Yep. One of the things that happened, I knew was going to happen in this game, and it's not the part that hits me the hardest, but the part that hits me the hardest in the story won't happen in this game, because it happens later. But fuck, it sucked, but it was good.
Good.
Especially because,
especially
because how they've expanded on characters and story, that it sucked more.
Yeah.
But I knew it was coming. Still sucked. Yeah. What else you got to add? How are you doing outside of video games?
Well, I mean, good. Quarantine. I say quarantine, but I mean, like, safer at home. Like, can't go shopping and stuff. I'm good. Like, it's nothing out of the ordinary. I'm a homebody. I'm a hermit. I'm a hobbit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like to leave. You know, I have everything I need, and
I do want to, like, go
here,
and get euros and hang out at a coffee shop. I miss
that,
like,
and just walk around or go hiking, which, I mean, we can do technically. I don't think
we just can't go to places that are closed, right?
Yeah, so, like, if we want to, but, like
I
want to go
trail
hiking
last week by you, which was nice.
Yeah. So, like, my trail running shoes are sitting there collecting dust because I don't have, like, actual woodsy hiking to do.
Yeah,
but I'm good. Like, renovating. I'm not doing it. Trust me, nothing major. But like the upstairs, my apartment, so to speak. I'm redoing. So I'm busy. It's therapeutic.
That's good.
But how are you? How's everything?
I'm doing better today. Yesterday I was, like, depressed and lonely, and that sucked. But I got out of it. I forced myself to work out, which I think helped. And then I was listening to the Hamilton soundtrack more than just the first song that I'm obsessed with. And man, it's so good. I want to see Hamilton so bad. I know they're going to release the theater version of it in theaters. Disney's going to in, like, 2021. But I would like to go see a production of it once shit opens back up. And I know it's in Chicago because it was there when me and my sister and my mom went to see Friends the musical last year. Because we almost got Hamilton tickets. And at the time, I didn't know what the fuck Hamilton was. I knew Lin-Manuel Miranda did it, and I liked him. But I didn't know it was what it was, really.
Speaking of, I believe 90%. I am let me give a little backstory for this.
Okay.
Speaking of musicals, and feeling good and listening to soundtracks and stuff. First off, I was super depressed yesterday, too. And then I let it ride. And today I forced myself. We went out for a run, came back, I did the elliptical, and then all the core stuff. Anyways, listening to musicals has always helped me, but there's a one called In the Heights.
That's the one that they're doing a movie of, right? Which is also a Lin-Manuel Miranda one?
Yes. So I saw it when I was in college, which is now like 12 years ago.
Okay.
And I've loved it. I've been listening to the soundtrack, but and it dawned on me a week or so ago that the movie was supposed to be coming out this summer, and now I'm afraid
Oh
that
shit!
might not
I didn't know
happen.
that. I
And
remember
I'm so
because I didn't know what it was, and I think it was when we saw Sonic. I don't know. We were seeing a movie together, and the
yes,
trailer started, and
Sonic.
you lost your shit, and I was like, I don't know what this is, but I'm sure I'll love it.
I knew it like right off the bat. I knew
Yeah,
it.
you're like, shut
It
up,
is.
no way. I'm like, what? What is it?
Listen to the soundtrack. It's so fun and
I'll check
upbeat,
it out. Yeah.
and the movie's very. I think it's gonna be. It this or the message in it and the story of it is perfect for American society. It's
Okay.
deep
Yeah.
and
To
it's
check it out. Yeah, it
good.
sucks.
So
We'll get there. Oh yeah, Benny. He says sorry we're feeling down. Same, honestly. Sorry you're also feeling down. We do need to try out him and Amber and some of their other friends did a movie watch on Discord. So we should definitely try and sync
cool.
that up and figure that out sometime. They watched a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie and I'm like, we should do something else.
Yep, yep. I was
He
raised
said
on
it was
enough
so
of those.
fun.
I don't care to ever watch them
It was the
again.
first one he's ever seen. He's never seen a Jean-Claude Van
What?
Damme movie before.
I was like forced to watch like
I
old
watched him with
school
my dad
James
a lot.
Bond, John Wayne, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Jet Li, like all that shit was
It
like
was
shoved down my
it
throat
was really
growing
funny
up.
last week when we were eating and watching True Grit with your dad.
Yeah, thank you.
Also, I'm glad I knew what it was because I do not know many of those movies
Oh,
at all. Well, you froze. You froze and you're now a robot. I think we're losing Ryan. I can yeah, he sounds like a robot. I can kind of hear you vaguely. You may be dead. You're frozen and I can't hear you. What? Yeah, I think Jean-Claude Van Damme was when I was younger, and then we kind of same with Steven Seagal. We kind of grew up. Rip Ryan. Okay, so according to Kool-Aid, you are dead, Ryan, not me. All right, I'm gonna end the recording. We'll still stream a little bit, but this has been Brandon and Ryan Game Talk. You can find Ryan at Dark Siren everywhere. Laird Brandon on Twitch and YouTube. LRD Brandon on Instagram and Twitter. Check us out. Leave a comment, question. We'll address it next week.